Everyone remembers watching their favorite cartoons in the early 2000s, but if you remember anything besides from your favorite cartoon, it was definitely the commercials. Commercials that you've seen repeatedly as a kid and probably got annoying, but looking back on these commercials now, they're a part of your childhood and you probably missed these commercials like Zoo Books, Heelys, and Fruit Twistables.
That's the fruit sack with the twist!
No, shut up, you're not in this video. But for this video, I'm going to be doing a top 5 cereal commercials in the early 2000s. It's Toonami time.
No more algebra tests till September.
Almost to the top. Okay. Oh, this can't be good. Oh, I'd like to get back now.
New Eggo cereal, now making a splash in bowls everywhere. With an irresistible Eggo waffle taste, it's the part of this nutritious breakfast you just can't let go.
Let go my Eggo cereal.
Eggo Waffles. What hasn't this company made? Eggo Waffles has made more products in the early 2000s more than I have in my waifu list, but besides from that, Eggo Waffles have made so many products like Eggo's Chocolate Chip Waffles, Eggo Waffles Flip and Flop, Eggo's French Toast Sticks, Eggo's Minis, Eggo's Mini Pancakes, Eggo's Brown Sugar Cinnamon Flip and Flops, and there are so much more, but the most important Eggo's products are Eggo cereal. Now the reason why Eggo cereal is on this list is because out of any of the products, Eggo Waffles is the one people remember the most, and they even made cereal. But the reason why Eggo cereal is so low on this list is because most people barely remember Eggo cereal, but everyone remembers especially Eggo Waffles Flip Flop, Eggo Waffles French Toast Sticks, especially Eggo Waffles French Toast Sticks.
Rippable, dippable Eggo French toaster sticks, part of this complete breakfast.
Lego my Eggo.
I love those commercials, especially the cartoon ones, but even though it's really low on this list, it's still a cereal commercial that people vaguely remember. Number 4.
Man, this dude's a petrified rock.
I know. Hey, Red, can you say honeycomb?
All the way from America.
Can't you just see those big bites oozing with honey sweet crunch?
Me want honeycomb!
Thanks, love. Hey! Honeycomb cereal's part of this good breakfast.
Tally-ho!
I say,
What is that?
Americans, I believe.
Starting off with the commercial people barely remember to a commercial slash cereal everyone actually remembers is Honeycomb cereal, the hypest commercial ever. You can't help but to laugh or have a gigantic grin on your face whenever you see these commercials. Honeycomb was the best cereal commercial for everyone at the time. It was a hype mascot that just wanted Honeycomb cereal and will do anything to get it. While this mascot is every kid's dream, this mascot only existed in the early 2000s.
Me? Want? Strawberry blasted honeycomb! Hang on, baby! Whoa!
Now there's an easier way to get that honey sweet crunchy crave with a blast of strawberry flavor. New strawberry blasted honeycomb, already assembled in this handy box and part of this good breakfast.
You are so grounded.
But the last reason why Honeycomb cereal is on this list is because of Postopia. Postopia was so good. It was a huge part of my childhood, but I'll explain that later on in this video. But moving on. Number 3.
It's the Fruit Abominable Snowman's Icy Fortress.
Wow, he never shares.
Get away from my delicious Fruit Loops, or I'll...
Oh, that's cold.
He's gaining on us.
Use the secret weapon.
Let's doggies.
Kellogg's Fruit Loop cereal, part of this balanced breakfast.
You're on a roll. Just follow your nose. For the fruity taste that shows.
You know, I haven't got a chance to mention cereal commercials that are heavily story driven, especially Fruit Loops, because my god, these arc/series of commercials have ran on for a long time. I mean, these series of commercials can count as their own standalone episodes or their own series, since they're in chronological order and they continue right after the last one left off. There was even a commercial that had people decide on what flavor they want for the next Fruit Loops, and by viewer's choice, they actually chose the one that people wanted and aired it in the next commercial.
Mine!
I beg to differ.
What? Gods!
Uh-oh.
Find the clementine!
Whoa, these would make tasty new Fruit Loops. But which one?
Now you can help choose the new loop on special marked boxes.
These are all delicious, but kids chose the cherry. Uh-oh, I must be off. Gangway! Boys, the mirrors!
Okay, Uncle Toucan!
Well done. Now for the cereal.
Whoa! We look doubly good!
New Kellogg's Fruit Loops Cherry cereal.
But the reason why he's so low on this list is because not everyone would think of a UK toucan to be excited or hyped for a cereal commercial, but at least he still exists and still on his cereal box to this day, unlike Honeycomb cereal, where they had a great mascot but later on just decided to remove him from his cereal box.
Ugh, I hate math. You want to help? Sure, here you go. Thanks a lot.
Don't give it up.
Number 2.
Don't give it up.
Morning, Fred. Barney. Hey, Fred. Barney. Hi, Fred. Barney. Yes, Fred.
Get lost!
Give me your pebbles. Me and my clones will go home. The majestic multitude of chocolatiness.
Post Cocoa Pebble cereal, part of a good breakfast.
You know, Fruity Pebbles is probably the longest cereal commercial I know. Not only that, but they started off being the greatest and biggest cartoon family show ever to being the most boring and repetitive show ever. Kinda like another long existing series that just won't go away. But that's not the only reason why they're on this list. The second reason and the main reason is because of Postopia.
Hey, do you have Kira's number?
Yeah, let me check.
Wanna get connected?
Is it back here?
That's a calendar.
Now you can get this cool PDA free with 2 proofs of purchase plus postage and handling. See specially marked boxes of these Post cereals.
I got it!
I mentioned this in the Honeycomb cereal part, but Postopia was the second best thing to play on the computer as a kid, besides from Kids Picks. But besides from that, Postopia was the best thing to come out not only for cereal, but for computer games like Waffle Boy Jungle and Big Barney's Chase, but not trying to make it seem like these games were the end-all be-all for PC games, because if anything, that title goes to Kids Picks.
Kid Picks, come on and play with Kid Picks.
Because man, that game was so much fun to play as a kid in elementary school. But the last reason why Fruity Pebbles is on this list is because of Cocoa Pebbles. That stuff is off the hook. Not only that, but Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles were the best tasting cereal at the time, but now it's kind of bland and not really as good as I remember it. Also, they have wrestlers sponsoring their cereal instead of the Flintstones family themselves, but that's not really entirely the wrestlers' fault, because most of the time, Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles commercials were mostly about Bam Bam and some random cartoon wrestler that they would use for their commercials, so it only makes sense to go to cartoon wrestlers, to real wrestlers, to promote their cereal. But that's why Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles is number 2 on this list. Number 1.
When you pour a bowl of Applejack cereal, sweet cinnamon races to you.
Time to go.
But there's a bad apple who's trying to get there first.
Here I come, I am cinnamon. Those are my Applejacks.
Booyah! Applejacks don't taste like apples. Because the taste of sweet cinnamon
is the winner, man.
A cinnamony part of this complete breakfast.
Hello, they're called Applejacks!
I love these commercials. Applejack cereal is the definition of every cereal commercial in the early 2000s and combined them together to make the perfect cereal commercial and the perfect cereal in general. Let me give you a brief summary of the lore of Applejack cereal. Alright, check it. Cinnamon is your typical cinnamon roll that's living a hard life trying to get out the hood. You feel me? Then Apple, being a part of the white supremacists, is trying to stop Cinnamon from getting out of the hood whenever he hears the sound of Applejack cereal. Because Apple wants Cinnamon to always be in despair and always be surrounded by darkness.
Fuck your couch, nigga. Buy another one, you rich motherfucker. Fuck your couch, nigga. Fuck your couch. Stop Darkness is.
Now, if you ever wonder why I always say "ha" from the start of the Fruity Pebbles commercials, it's because I always look back at these commercials, and at the time when I was a kid, I always wanted these commercials to end so I can get back to watching my cartoons. But looking at these commercials now, these commercials were a part of my childhood and a part of everybody else's childhood in the early 2000s, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video. But moving on, unlike Fruity Pebbles or Fruit Loop, the reason for Cinnamon and Apple to become friends actually makes sense in these commercials onward, because if we rewind back, there were actually 3 commercials back in the day where Apple jumped off of an airplane to jump Cinnamon, but end up sticking together for 3 commercials.
What?
And combined to actually make a cereal called Applejack's Crash.
We got to go.
Let me show you how it's done.
Turn left, man.
Okay.
Not your left, my left.
Why didn't you say so?
Here I come, I am Cinnamon.
Now there's a whole new shape to make the taste of cinnamon.
And apple.
The winner, man.
With Kellogg's Applejack's Crashers.
You a crazy driver, man.
But in the commercial after Applejack's Crash, they ordered a box called Unstick, and then afterwards instantly became friends. So after all those commercials and after all that beef, they were like, screw it, let's just become generic cereal friends. But before you go, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. And if you could do me a favor, if you could like the video and subscribe to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it, and it greatly means a lot to me and my channel. And it would also motivate me to even do even more videos in the future for you guys, even though I'm still going to make more videos for you guys anyway. But it does mean a lot, and it does help me out for me and my channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. And it does mean a lot because I bust my ass making this video. So if you could just like the video and subscribe, and that's all I ask for, and I would greatly appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching my video. But thank you guys again for watching my video, and I'll see you guys next time. Remember that you thought you could get rid of me? You could never get rid of the general.
Kaz lives out his lifelong dream of being a magician.
The amazing Kazam is perfectly safe.
Then the girls start working in a puppy-themed restaurant.
Working? You must have us confused with people who aren't rock stars.
It's Hi Hi Puppy Ami Yumi. Friday at 7:30 and 11 on Cartoon Network.